That idea, frankly, was born from the gentleman that sits to your side. When I was doing my walkarounds, I had the wonderful opportunity to meet with Congressman Braley, who pointed out in my very first meeting with him the superb work and effort that he had done on the Plain Writing Act of 2010 that mandates that federal agencies who talk to their constituencies, in our case our veterans, family members, and survivors, do so in plain, simple language rather than convoluted legalese and medical jargon. I saw it the very first moment I met him. I left that office, took it back, and said, why don't we do this? Why aren't we doing this in VA? One of the results of that is the simplified notification letter. The simplified notification letter, by the way, is also the convoluted letters we had were the #2 reason our veterans called us on our call agent, our 1-800 number.
And sometimes the #1 reason they called our offices.
Absolutely. They said to me, explain these letters. I'll tell you, as a veteran that retired in 2007 and got these 2 letters that was confused by them as well, that we needed to tackle that issue. And I appreciate what Congressman Braley had done under this act to give us an extra push to do this. Here's what the results were, because we didn't just do this in PowerPoint. We didn't just make it a fluffy idea that we just went and implemented. We implemented this new process in a live regional office and then a second one. The first time, before we had the great input from Mr. Menard, I got 33% more claims out of that regional office than I had before implementing that initiative. Respected Mr. Menard's input to say there's not enough information in this letter. We adjusted the letter to add more free text into that letter to let that veteran hear a little bit more information without getting back to the 10-page term papers we were sending these veterans, and they were struggling through. I lost about half of the lift I got out of that process, but I'm willing to accept 15% is nothing to sneeze at. When it has allowed us, since we've implemented it 1 March, to decrease the ratings waiting to be awarded by 12% in 4 months, by 12%. I have done 30,000 more claims in 4 months by doing this process. Yes, I acknowledge the concerns of my VSO partners, and I call them partners because I need them to go through this process. I acknowledge their concerns that sometimes our employees aren't filling in that new little text box the way they should. We are working that hard. I've made an investment in quality review teams in every single regional office, and they have that responsibility to make sure we're doing it right. And I've asked his folks in the offices to help us and point to the ones that don't make sense.
Thank you very much.